Welcome to the Conference Championship Podcast. All right, it's coming down to the wire. I'm Sam. With us we have Rob. How's it going, Rob?
Well, good, Sam. How are you, brother?
I am good. And correct me if I'm wrong, Rob, but this week is our final podcast of the season,
Final
right?
podcast. It's final podcast of the season, final podcast of 2023. We won't call and break it down. We'll just watch for the email that comes out on probably Monday night at some point, even though this may be over on Sunday. I don't know. I don't know if anybody's got anybody going on Monday.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, we had two matchups this past weekend. Rob, should we just go ahead and get started? Who would you like to start with first? Which one? Sorry.
I don't care. Let's go with. Let's go to the other side. We'll go Belichick mate. Why not? Belichick mate Heart Foundation.
All right. Fairly close game, 144 to 139.
Yeah. And you guys have to deal with this as we're bouncing up and down on the scores here. Let's look at, this is kind of a more interesting one. Let's look at potential points here in this game. So we have a 160.75 out of Heart Foundation to a 155 out of Belichick mate. Belichick mate came in 93%. Heart Foundation came in at 86.9%. So, I mean, I don't know. That's a tough call there in that game. I am definitely not second guessing anybody here at this point. It's just where, you can see everything he runs out there. You got two quarterbacks. He goes with Josh Allen and Geno Smith. And, Kyler Murray, I don't think that would have made a difference in the game, right? Nope, would not have. He didn't catch him there. 53 out of the quarterbacks out of Belichick made, jumping back up here to the running backs here. Mostert, Jonathan Taylor, Rashad White. These are all great starts. Unfortunately, the best guy there was on the bench, Jahmyr Gibbs, at 28.5. So, and you roll down here to Belichick made. He comes through with McCaffrey and Walker and Cook. So, this is one where Cody still got him, but it was only 26-42 to, let's see, 28-33. So we got a 9-point advantage there. Travis Kelce and the shit show that has become the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, that actually was a good. So the way we're going to break this down is we got the Chiefs only got 6.5 points of defense, and the Jets got 22.75. And I was like, I swear, I was looking at Cody's team on Sunday. I go, how do you not start the Browns? I go, we got the Jets. And so against the Commanders, although that game got surprisingly close. So this thing really boils down to this, because at this point, I don't see, he's got him, the quarterbacks 56 to 53. He's got him at the running backs. He's got him at defense. And then the strength of the team, Tyreek Hill and Cooper Kupp, the 1-2 combo, brutal. 14 points, Sam.
Yep.
And Belichick mate comes in there at 25 and 26 out of Evans and Jefferson, and that's it. So there's no second guessing in this game. Everything that he put out there was perfect. It's just that he got done in by, which happens in the fantasy playoffs. Are about as predictable as the baseball playoffs. Tyreek Hill and Cooper Kupp been, especially Tyreek's been reliable as all hell, and they just kind of disappeared on this week in Kelce, and that was it, man. You're up to lose by 5 points.
Yep.
5 points.
Yep.
Was
this Justin Jefferson's first game back?
I think he'd been back before, but okay. I think so. But, if I'm wrong, then everybody's going, how'd you make the finals, Rob, if you don't know when Jefferson's first game back? Well, he's not on my fantasy team.
Exactly.
And I haven't been paying that much goddamn attention to the Minnesota Vikings. So. I tell you what, it was Justin Jefferson's biggest game back. Boy, yeah. He came back at the right time there, man. And Mike Evans, that guy can kind of go up and down, but it's he was up this week. So, and he was smart enough to bench Trevor Lawrence and, Lobby, I don't know, man. It's James Cook, Sam. We last week I said he would not score 42.5 again. He scored 5. So 5, Sam. 5. All right. So hey, Cody had a fantastic season, man. It's just those wide receivers came up short on him in the playoffs. Nothing to hang his head on. He's one of his lower scores of the year. He won lots and lots of money, and he's going to be in a tough game against player on the loser of the other game here, and you roll over here. Belichick, man, congratulations, brother. Third year in the league, I think, third or fourth. I think it's his third. The first two were, the first was catastrophic. The second was like, I don't know. And now he's in the final, so I guess he's got it, huh?
Yeah.
So kudos to him. Great job, Patrick. All right. And you want to go to the other game?
Yeah, let's go to Gang Green versus El Oso Verde.
Yeah, so one thing about the fantasy playoffs championship games this year was they were never ending. Okay, they started on Thursday and they went all the way to Monday night. And like for my game and the other game, they went all the way to Monday night, and they were basically got decided when Christian McCaffrey scored his touchdown. So and that was about 6:30, and so that it was just 5 days of just agony, man, and. So in the household here, neither Nolan or I are competitive also. It was just kind of like chill, but this didn't actually happen that way. So anyway, let's roll in here and take a look at potential points here for El Oso. He comes in at 146 with an 83.6 efficiency rating. And this stuff's important to the playoffs because, you're rolling down there. We'll come back and break it down in a second. The other side, Gang Green comes in with a max of 149. And a 92%. So, when you break down the two teams, it was still Gang Green's best effort was going to be about 3 points better than El Oso Verde's best effort. So, tearing this apart, going into the championship game and playing one quarterback is gutsy, huh?
Yeah, but when you have the former Bronco QB, Joe Flacco, it's putting up numbers 2 weeks in a row now. You know what I mean? You have that confidence.
Yeah, well, I guess, yeah. You should. I would say that's what everybody said. When you got 38-year-old Joe Flacco going into a game against the Houston Texans this weekend, why start two? Because the Houston Texans are never gonna. They still have not figured out how to put a second man or anybody in the area to help out against Amari Cooper, who literally just did whatever he wanted on Sunday. I mean, if they threw the ball to him, he caught the ball. It was that simple. Like, it was 265 yards. Jeez. And then, to make matters worse, Sam, this is Joe Flacco, which is already agonizing enough when you're watching this shit. But the kicker got injured, so they stopped punting, and they went for every two just because they had no kicker.
Wow.
I'm like, you got to be kidding me, man. I'm getting beat by Joe Flacco. It was a nightmare. So he doesn't start Kyler Murray, runs out there James Cook, Jahmyr Gibbs, Alvin Kamara, Raheem Mostert, and the running backs didn't do it for him this week. It was two out of Kamara. Mostert, well, I'll tell you, that Cowboys game, Cowboys-Dolphins, we figured it was going to be like 1,000 points, was like not. It was up there with the Chiefs-Raiders. Tyreek Hill, as mentioned before, went AWOL. DK Metcalf, who he pillaged for me when I dropped him 1 week, scored a touchdown. Of course, Sam Laporta didn't do anything. And the Buffalo Bills defense flew across the country and really didn't impress that much.
Yeah.
And it's funny because he got me on that one. I had that as my number one pick, too, this week in the waiver wire. But, you give him 2 weeks in a row when you get that first round bye. And so it was a great pick. It's just, again, man, I mean, what do you say about these teams when you get in the playoffs? I mean, they show or they don't show. I guess he could have gone Kyler Murray instead of one of the running backs there. Probably would have been, would have got him a win. But maybe, if Gang Green had not been such a jackass and could not get over Trevor Lawrence, who I'm just going to have to drop him.
Why?
I'm just going to have to drop him. I had Jake Browning, then I picked up Geno Smith, and I'm like, I'm going to go Geno Smith just to mitigate whatever. DK Metcalf, who I let go on a Thursday night about 2 minutes before game time, he's going to play against me. I'm going to take him out of there, just have to worry about Tyreek Hill, and I picked him up, and then I was like, no, man, the defense for the Buccaneers is the 31st, and now I think they're actually the 32nd worst defense against the pass. And none of this means shit when the quarterback continually fumbles and throws interceptions, and just yet another awful performance. Sam, I'm so sick of Trevor Lawrence. I can't deal with it.
I don't know why.
Anyway,
I don't know why he's on your roster.
I can't stand it, man. And then Dak Prescott goes in there. The Cowboys, they can't play on the road. That's nothing.
Yeah.
And I started Taylor. He scored I took a shower right when at kickoff I got out. I was like, hey, look, Jonathan Taylor's worth 12 points already. Awesome. And then, at 1:30 he's worth 14. Kyron Williams, boy, he's awesome though, even though he didn't really blow it up. AJ Brown, they forgot about him for the first half of football. Rashee Rice, we already mentioned the shit show was the Chiefs. David Njoku is the greatest pickup in the history of fantasy football. And that's right. I rolled the Philadelphia Eagles and that god-awful secondary out there. Still the right pick over the Niners who got their asses handed to them. All of this comes down to Christian McCaffrey, who happens to be in both of the teams that are in the finals this year, but it'll be C-Mac versus C-Mac canceling out, even though Patrick, by all means, put him on the bench, man. You got to, he's due for a bad game. And I think I read a headline the other day that in all the online leagues, they could figure out that Christian McCaffrey was in half of the championship games this weekend. So if you guys had any doubt, Christian McCaffrey was the proper number one pick.
Yep.
And somehow Patrick got him in the second round. Sam. I got him at number 5. Anyway, so, I'm back in the championship game. It's my 7th time, so it's cool. I'm 4-2 at this point. So,
yeah. So let's
see how I do.
Let's talk about the championship game. Yeah, I mean, honest, Rob, as I'm looking at this, it's going to be close. I mean, you guys are kind of even going. You know what I mean?
Well, you take our best player out of the picture was Christian McCaffrey,
Yeah, you guys are kind of even. I mean, it'd be interesting. I mean, the wild card is what are you going to do with Trevor Lawrence, right?
Well, we're not going to talk about what I'm going to do with Trevor Lawrence tonight.
No, we're not going to talk about it over there. But that's why I'm saying it's the wild card. I mean, what you going to do with that? So we'll see. I mean, you know what I mean? Or you might just roll out one QB. Who knows? You're unpredictable, Rob. You're unpredictable.
You never know what I'm going to do. I'll tell you, this game really breaks down to like this. The quarterbacks are probably, Dak is got to be due for a game, but who knows? He's probably got a slight advantage at quarterback, even though it's kind of hard to say that when the names are Justin Fields and Baker Mayfield. But, they've been playing well, no doubt about it. And, I got an advantage of running back. We both, McCaffrey cancels out. I got Taylor and Kyron Williams and Pacheco, and he's got, James Cook and Kenneth Walker, yawn. And then he just absolutely decimates me at quarterback. I mean, wide receiver. Mike Evans and Justin Jefferson are way better than. I mean, that's the difference in the game to me. Is does AJ Brown get back going again? Is Rashee Rice or anybody I can salvage to throw out there at this point? Can they keep up?
Hey,
and tight ends are unpredictable, and then the defense. We'll see how that goes.
I hear they're starting a new QB in Denver. Maybe that's something to take a look at too. All right.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, Sam. I was thinking about it.
I don't even know who that guy is.
Trevor Siemian?
No, Stidman. It's Stidman. Yeah, Stidman.
Jared Stidman. Oh, he's the guy that's from. He was he on New England for a while?
Yes,
he was.
Yes.
He's bounced around. I was thinking he was a big fat guy that used to be in the Giants, but yeah, Sam, let's not solely a perfectly good championship podcast by talking about the garbage that is the Denver Broncos.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, that's awful.
Sam, we're about back to right now, man. We're close. We're back to the good old days of the Chiefs and Broncos, and everybody's like, oh, God, they both suck. So,
but I mean, okay. How do you feel about your matchup?
I feel good.
Yeah, like I said, you guys both are fairly even. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and play the game, Sam. I'm going to put a roster out there, and
you play to.
I'm not
going to
let the pressure get to me. We'll see. We'll see. It's a 1 week game. I am. Let's see. In finals games, I'm 4-2 in my lifetime. So I can lose a couple. I can win them too.
Hey.
We'll see, man. We'll see. I'm pretty happy to be back in it. It was
no, congrats. And Patrick too. I mean, Patrick's a hell of it. I mean,
hell yeah, man.
3 or 4 years now. I think his is 4th year, maybe 4th year.
Well, he took out a very hot autumn win and a ridiculously good Hart Foundation.
Yes.
Hart Foundation had the best team in the league, but that doesn't always matter. Some years it does, some years it does not. Hart Foundation had the best team. No question about it. And so, yeah, he went through that. And I mean, I had to take out Michael and Nolan. I mean, those teams were, both of them scored 2,000 points on the season. There's only 4 teams that scored 2,000. And that was Hart Foundation on the one side, and then me, Nolan, and Michael on the other side. So, there's no cheapies over here. It's just to put it out there. And I mean, I don't know. Sam, I feel pretty good. It's a tough season, man. I mean, I like it.
Good luck to both of you.
Pretty happy about it.
Yeah, good luck to both of you. I'm just,
Thank you, sir. And Sam, thank you for everything you did this year. I appreciate it as always. Next year, how about you try to get more than 3 wins and, come out and join us up here in the playoffs, man. Make it a lot more fun for you.
Are you saying don't draft Aaron Rodgers in the first round again?
No, if you're in my division, by all means, draft Aaron Rodgers in the first round. So,
all right, Rob. Hey, good luck both of you again. Great season, everybody. We will see each other again next fall.
See you, Jen. Summertime, Sam. It's summer.
Summertime. Oh, exactly. Thanks, Rob.
All right, guys. Take care, man.